Hey, it's Dr. Hannah with this week's Hot Topic. Today I want to talk to you about sunscreen. Now, if you're like most of us and we want to spend a lot of time outside, the first thing that you will grab to protect yourself is your sunscreen. Now, not all sunscreens are created equal, but most of us usually have that one sunscreen we always get. It's been hanging around in the cupboard. It's from Walmart or Target or whatever, and you're like, it seems to work. I don't get burned very much. Now, there's a couple things in there that are super dangerous to you, to the environment, to coral reefs if you're swimming in the ocean, that some companies and certain states and everything are actually starting to ban because it's so harmful for you. So these 6 things that I will tell you about, hopefully they don't exist in any of your sunscreens as well as your daily lotions, and if they do, you probably need to look for a different product. First thing, and it's the most common ingredient found in your SPF sunscreens, it's called octinoxate. What it's designed for is it's supposed to protect your skin from the sun-induced aging, but it actually causes premature aging and it releases some it creates free radicals and it can damage your skin cells. So it's basically doing the opposite of what it was designed for. The other thing, it's an endocrine disruptor, which your endocrine system kind of controls all of your hormones. If your hormones are affected, then things can't work properly in your body and you end up with a lot of health problems. The other thing that's also a hormone disruptor is oxybenzone. It's also known as oxybenzine, oxybenzide. It just kind of depends on how the company wants to name it, so they can kind of get away with it, which is really sneaky. But this is a chemical that undergoes a chemical reaction when it's exposed to UV rays. It's designed to help the chemicals that work together in a sunscreen penetrate the skin, so it theoretically would become more effective, but also it can cause an eczema-like reaction, but it's a hormone disruptor as well. So that is also a big problem as far as your health is concerned. Third thing you want to pay attention for is retinol palmitate. It's an antioxidant that's designed to improve the sunscreen's performance and exposure. However, when it's exposed to UV rays, it actually breaks it down and releases some free radicals in the system that can damage your DNA. It also is going to speed up the development of malignant tumors, skin cancer, any cancer in general, and that's something that is going to be really, really bad for you because it's just speeding up this cancer process that potentially could have been avoided if that wasn't into your system. Fourth thing is homosalate. This helps the sunscreen penetrate the skin better, but what happens is it builds up into your system really, really fast and your body can't get rid of it. So it's just sitting there in your system and your body doesn't know what to do with it. It can't release it, so it also disrupts your hormones and cellular communication throughout the body. Fifth thing is the octocrylene. This absorbs the UV rays, produces oxygen free radicals, and those damage your cells. It can actually cause cell death. Or if it's not killing the cells, it's going to cause cell mutation. It's super toxic to the environment, but that cell mutation can also cause cancer and some really weird deformities and all these crazy things that you don't really want. The last thing, and this one's probably the most common that most of us have seen if we want to go towards more natural products, is the paraben preservatives. This causes allergic reactions, it's a hormone disruptor, toxicity for developmental issues, reproductive toxicities. So the paraben preservatives, that seems to be the most common one that companies are starting to get rid of. You'll see it in lots of daily hygiene products that it's paraben free, it's dye free, all those things, but that's what that paraben is in there. It'll cause just a lot of different reactions in the system that you also don't want. So these 6 things that I just mentioned, you want to make sure you check the back of any of the products that you use, daily hygiene, but sunscreens in particular, you'll find these most common in there. Make sure those are not in your sunscreen. If they are, you need to get another one that doesn't have any of these. And there's a ton of companies and products out there that are really good, they're effective, but just make sure it doesn't have any 6 of these things that I've mentioned and you should be good to go. That's all I have for you this week. We'll see you guys next time.